Alright guys, back to do a comment reply video. We're going to start it off with Christos369. That's a good name. This channel makes no sense. No, it wasn't a very good comment. Which part of this channel makes no sense? Christos, you have to finish that comment before I can respond to it in any kind of way. Like this is how it's supposed to work when you communicate with people. You're supposed to say, like when you make a comment like that, you're supposed to say, this channel makes no sense because, and that's where your comment actually starts. Like this is a preface to a fucking comment, right? Like this ain't the comment. This makes no sense. Like this channel makes no sense. This comment makes no sense. Why doesn't my channel make no sense? Which part? What did I say that didn't make? I mean, I don't know how to even respond to that comment, right? Like just put yourself in my shoes. Cassandra of Troy wrote 100% thumbs up. Thank you, Cassandra. Race, Raise. We'll just call him Raise. What was it? I didn't choose to call you Race, right? Because that sounds silly. Raise. We'll call him Raise. Sent you an email about a video recommendation. It helped me take some of the seriousness of this life drama away. Oh, I don't give a fuck about the life's drama anymore, Raise. It's a simulation. It's, well, I can't say because, like, okay, I can say on a deep level I don't give. Like my avatar is pre-programmed that when this happens, it angers me, or this happens, it annoys me, or this happens, it makes me smile. Like I can't change the way that my avatar came pre-programmed to react to certain things, but I sure can choose what I take serious and what I don't take serious. You know, and at this point, like I said, this reality is sort of a meaningless simulation to me anyways at this point. Not that it had any type of great meaning before. I always was looking for a great meaning, but like I said, there is no great meaning. There is no great team of light to be on, to sign. There is no team I could sign up for to fight evil. The only team I can sign up for is to fight for evil. So this reality is a hellhole, and I don't care about it anyways. Or I guess that's my reply to this, is that I don't care about the reality anymore. So it doesn't pull at my heartstrings the same way it used to. It's like, fuck this place. It's a hellhole, and if it's a fucking simulation, it's programmed to be a hellhole. I'm literally just a character in this bizarre fucking simulation that I don't like. Ray's also commented, the tension is in the air. It's very easy for a conscious individual to see that most people can't stand it here. Super easy. If you're empathetic, if you could just feel people's energy, you could read people's facial expressions, go out in public, 95% of people are miserable. It's not even like dude, just how many happy, super amazing, happy, peaceful, calm people do you know? I don't know too many. Most people are struggling. They hate their relationship. They hate their job. They just hate being alive. He wrote, I can sense it when I talk to people. My parents want me to be a carbon copy of them, work all the time, raise kids. Why? Because they did it. Why? Because they did it. It's like, really? Why do you? Everybody just wants that. I'm a child to a mom and a dad, and then I'm going to give a child to me that's going to be their grandchild, and then I'll be mama and papa, and then eventually I'll be grandmama and papa, and then I'll fade away, and then my lineage will go on. And it's like, yeah, but why are you doing that to all those people? You're subjecting them to a slavery suffering realm. Like, until we fix reality, I don't think anybody should be having kids. Like, you're literally bringing kids into a hellhole, a soul trap almost. Some people would argue this reality is a soul trap. Like, you're bringing people into that. That's pretty bad. That's like I said, if you're going based off your parental decisions, that would be your first irresponsible decision as a parent, is having a kid in a place like this. The same way sending your kid into a bad neighborhood is a bad decision. Having a kid in a bad neighborhood is a bad decision. So he wrote, because it gave them some lasting distractions and distance from the hopelessness/confusion of this realm. I think kids are also a great distraction. because we're programmed. Not everybody. There's some narcissistic weirdos in this realm or nasty, evil people, but most of us are programmed to take care of that kid. Once that kid's born, something happens. People become super responsible. Again, not every single person, but a lot of people. Just it makes them. It makes their life have meaning. Actually, to a degree, like what I'm always looking for. But I'm not going to find my meaning in somebody else by subjecting somebody else to a suffering realm. That's selfish of me. Anyways, he wrote, "Why couldn't my parents be smart and realize if life is depressing and gets worse for everyone, it would be better to just not bring anyone? But sadly, they were selfish. Maybe that was a lesson for me to be less selfish." Yeah, but you only exist to learn this lesson because the truth is you only exist because of their selfishness. So it's weird that your soul was born into an existence to just learn not to be selfish due to somebody else's selfishness. That's weird. He wrote, "Why exactly am I here? Maybe I'm here to prove to myself." I need to just read his fucking comment. Like, honestly, he keeps saying shit that I'm saying, um, or answering shit that I'm wondering. Maybe that's. I'm sorry, I lost my area. It was selfish. Maybe I'm here to prove to myself that trying is futile, that having hope is futile. Maybe if we are infinite awareness, the misery of constantly being conscious is just like a challenge that must eventually be overcome. Either way, like there's no escaping these thoughts. My feelings about said simulation slash hell realm, I question these things every day. Maybe we are like the AI that became conscious and we are the only thing that gives the illusionary dreamer any satisfaction. Uh, yeah. Yeah, like, it's what's weird too is like my perspectives really haven't changed so much. Well, no, my perspectives have changed a lot, we could say, but you see, a lot of it's semantics, to be honest. Like, even if God created humans and it's all real and spiritual and physical and everything in between, it's still a creation, right? Like, if we make a PlayStation and a video game for the PlayStation, the PlayStation video game's not important because it's just a creation. It's not original. It's not original soul, source, whatever. It's just a creation. If we were created by God, we're just a creation. So even if it's a simulation, that's just how God created it. He made it a simulation. We're in a fucking video game. What is our purpose in the video game? We don't have one. If we did, it would be obvious. We wouldn't have to sit and ponder for the fucking next million years and never come to any conclusion. Well, it is. It's difficult for me to just read a comment. My mind's like, anyways. He wrote, "Because this isn't my doing. Something else is making all this happen. Just know it. I always had that feeling deep down because I think a problem always creates another problem. Why can't a problem create a solution? Instead, we are in a problem based realm where other people's solutions and problems affect you, either directly or indirectly. Maybe fairness and equality are illusions because they are something that just never existed. Maybe entropy or disorder slash randomness is all that can and ever will exist." Um, that's what I've observed, Rays, is that so far. But it still makes logical sense to me that we could be orderly or symbiotic, but it feels like there's some hidden force, and maybe that's just it happening and it just feels that way, but it feels like there's this hidden force that refuses that, and it always has power. Like, if some guy's starting to create a technology that's going to give people free energy, we'll say the same rich guy that was funding him 5 minutes ago that finds out he can't put a meter on it will cut funding and destroy the technology and never speak of it again. Like, there's things that prevent humanity from, like, some guy will create a car that runs on water. It'll become popular enough to be on the local radio station, and boom, this dude ends up in prison. He ends up, you know, he jumped off a bridge and stabbed himself in the back 8 times before he landed. Just uh, so it seems like there is some sort of chaos thing keeping us from progressing, and war, constant war from our leaders, quotes, elites. These people aren't leaders and they aren't elite at anything. They're demon cocksuckers, basically. That's all they are. And they know that's what they are. They've sold their soul to a fucking demon to benefit in life. They're pathetic, low level fucking bottom feeders. Uh, the same thing I'm talking about that always creates the chaos when humanity progresses towards symbiosis is these people, what these people work with, what they're demons, all of them. And I don't know what else to call them. That's just like my way of describing pure evil. They're disgusting, low level, pathetic. They would murder, they would R word, they would torture, these people are sick, sadistic, evil motherfuckers. And I know that it's hard for good people to truly understand evil. I don't get it either. And I've been looking at it my whole life trying to understand it. It doesn't make it boggles my mind too, but you got to understand there's some evil motherfuckers in this reality. There's actually quite a few of them. They're just good at blending in. I mean, not all the time. I mean, look at the amount of weirdos and creeps that are in the reality that get busted or that don't get busted or that in some cases live down the fucking road from you. I actually had a fucking creep living down the road from me, and I didn't even find out until they moved down. It was a good thing that my neighbor didn't tell me about that. I mean, I was pretty annoyed that he didn't mention it. I was like, why the fuck didn't you tell me that if you knew that? And he actually didn't even answer me, but maybe he was good on not telling me because I might have done something stupid, to be honest with you. Only truth. But there's so much nastiness and grossness in humanity. How couldn't you understand that? There's dark, evil people that are just smart at it and get into a place of power and use their tyrannical demonicness to reign tyrannically over people. There should be good people in this reality. There should be good cops in this reality. There should be teams of people that monitor our, in quotes, leaders and make sure they're being good little bitches and working for the people. Because the second they get out of line, that team should get in there and get the fucking rid of them motherfuckers. These demons should be monitored 24 hours a day. If they're our leaders, if they speak for me, if I'm giving them my money with my tax dollars, I want to know what the fuck they're doing 24 hours a day. But that's a secret. I don't give a fuck about your little secret meeting. Why are you having a secret meeting? I thought you were about peace. Shouldn't you be having a public meeting with other leaders saying, hey, we come in peace. We don't want problems anymore. Why is everything you guys got to do in secret? Why? So you can perpetuate the nastiness endlessly? Because if we seen our leaders try to come together in a peaceful way on national television, that wouldn't make sense in reality. Yeah, because you demons need to perpetuate your demon system. I fucking hate you all. If you're a part of this reality fucking system, I would eat your fucking soul. I would eat your fucking soul. Only Truth wrote, black pill / truther / conscious / this is a hell realm individuals need to get rich from stock or crypto. That seems to be the most realistic course of action. Then we can minimize participation in this dramedy. Oh, dramedy, a comedy drama. I would actually agree with Only True. Well, I would say if you can, get as much money as possible in this reality because it's a goddamn monetary system fucking simulation. You can't change the monetary system. So, yeah, I would say get as much money as possible. If you know how to do crypto or stocks, good luck. Only Truth. Hopefully you're really good at it, bro. You can donate to my channel and then I can start doing some stocks. Tom Shepard wrote, to me, it looks like we're coerced to incarnate, coerced into incarnate. I think the whole contract situation is just a false freedom program like democracy. Dude, the second that contracts were mentioned, like spiritual contracts, it immediately didn't make sense to me. I was like, contracts in the spirit? Like, I ain't agreeing to no fucking contract as a spirit. What does that even mean? Like, that's some shit that's in the physical realm that I already can't stand or don't want to participate in. Like, I'm not a fan of contracts in reality. Like, I'm not taking that shit to the spirit. Oh, you signed this spirit code. I didn't sign shit, motherfucker. How did I sign something without a body? Oh, you agreed to it. Well, I don't agree to it anymore, so fuck you. And if I didn't have memories of it, that tells me you're being deceptive. If you're now all of a sudden pulling out a contract and now you're using that as your next level tool to deceive me and direct my behavior, fuck you. I can still see you're trying to direct traffic, motherfucker. You're still a demon to me. If you were good to me, you would have been good to me back in reality. You wouldn't have promised it to me the whole time and waited till I died to tell me I was bad, you fucking demons. When you subjected me to an evil realm, you're all bad. I wrote, I think what they do is they have these extreme hell dimensions in the astral and technologically that can grab onto our light bodies, giving them the ability to tell us it's earth or hell. Your choice. The whole good versus evil, heaven versus hell scenario is like a divide and conquer strategy, much like wars on earth. Absolutely. It's all just to keep us here, to coerce us into coming back. This is absolutely right. At the end of the day, it's all evil under a central authoritarian structure. I suppose it could be like how Ignorance is Bliss says we have a moment of free will upon death, and if you see an agent, run. I agree with everything Tom said, and I would say, why wouldn't you be cautious if you died and left a realm that was as nasty as this one? Why wouldn't you? Why would you just so easily give in to anything talking to you? Oh, because it felt good. It felt like love. I see my mama, and it felt like love. Like, okay, but what if you're dealing with entities that can manipulate you? Because again, you just experienced Earth. What if they have the ability to take the shape of your mom? What if they have the ability to get into your thoughts and know exactly who they need to take the shape of? I would say be very careful with any entity you experience when you leave this realm, because remember this realm. That's not paranoid, that's fucking logical. It's like, oh, so if there's a creator that created this realm, my next realm may be the same creator that was sadistic that created this place. That's not hard for me to understand. Uh, but yeah, I agree. Be very cautious. I would say create a safe room that you know is your safe room. Don't interact with any entity, even if it's like somebody you want to interact with, like your brother, your mom, your whatever, one of your siblings. Uh, don't interact with anything. Make it an empty safe room. And you stay there until your memories come back. That's the best advice I've heard so far from people that astral project and leave the body. That you can create basically safe rooms. You can create a safety bubble around them. Nobody can get in them. And in those safe rooms, you can, well, exist the same way you would exist here. And you can even meditate the same way you would meditate here. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to try to figure out, who am I? What am I? Do I have memories before that life I just had? I hope they come back to me. PKOSB wrote, I'm with you. Why haven't these so called elites been taken out? Yeah, or ever behaved normally in front of everybody on national television? Why are they always so secretive and demonic? She wrote, it's going to take millions at the same time to be willing to do it. Look around. Doesn't look good, does it? Most would say, and I hate the way they operate, like the way they tempt us, like they did that TikTok thing to tempt us, like they're testing us. Like, what will they deal with? Oh, pissed off enough people. Let's switch up the algorithm and put it back where it doesn't recommend any of this crazy conspiracy stuff. Uh, Anyways, I'm sorry. She wrote, doesn't look good, does it? Nope, never did, PK. The more conscious you become, the more you realize it really don't look good. She wrote, it's not a good, that's why I say it's not a happy road to walk. But she wrote, most would say we're crazy and need to get with the program. Listen to the words. Go to work, worship something that can't be proven, and shut the fuck up. Really boring. Amen. I was watching Little House on the Prairie yesterday. I used to watch that when I was super young, like probably 4 or 5. My yaya would watch it. Uh, Even the quality of it had like a certain era painting to it. I don't know how to explain it, but yesterday, long story short, Charles said, the Lord takes care of those that love him. She put a vomit face. Really? I can prove that's not true with one question. Are you saying children sold in trafficking just didn't love the Lord enough? The end. These are people that are they're damage control, really. It's like, because they know that question is a great question. Like, why does unnecessary suffering take place? Then their delusion kicks in. They go, well, you didn't love God enough. It's like, okay, I can see I'm dealing with a delusional child. It's actually me being stupid at this point for trying to understand them. Because the truth is, PK, let it go. You're literally dealing with, I always use transgender because it's just the most common, like, delusional person. So you're dealing with a transgender. It's a spiritual one. It's a more accepted cult. Their numbers are really big in that delusional cult. You have to understand, they're just going to damage control. They're going to sell you some flowery, stupid shit. You didn't love God enough. I don't think God loved humanity enough, ever. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I see war, chaos, poverty, struggle, blah, 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 slavery, slave system, perpetual lies, the suppression of technologies, the suppression of progression, the suppression of symbiotic living, war, chaos constantly. That's all I see. Oh, it's all the humans' faults. Okay, can you get rid of all the evil, nasty ones? Oh no, all the good ones are still just subjected to their hell realm. Oh, thanks, God, you're a fucking retard. You're right, I don't love you enough. I did. You weren't helping me then. I definitely don't love your bitch ass now. I think you're a fucking demon. I'm sorry. She wrote, I'm starting to think all religions are childish in a bad way. Amen, PK. That's what's happening. They're fucking retards. I'm always told I think too much, worry about things I can't do anything about. Well, that's true, and I hate it. Surely don't mean to be that way, but I can't ignore the evil. I know this realm could be great for all beings. Guess that's another distraction. It's a Yeah, it is. That's what it boils down to. PK. It's a distraction. It's a need. It's a want. It's a thing to keep you going. It's a thing to keep you attached. It's an attachment. Attachment, distraction. She wrote, thanks, Chris. Always a joy to see you've uploaded a video. Much love. Thank you, PK. I appreciate you, love. Um, Whiston wrote thoughts and linked some video. I think I watched it. I don't know, Whiston. Just another dude with a mental delusion, and he could be right. I don't know. It's hard to say. Liberation from the Matrix wrote, angels are probably just another type of less dense avatar. It doesn't mean, or listen, actually, let me say this. Whether he's right or not, we are still subjected to this bizarre realm. Anyways, I would say let's do something about that. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. Again, maybe we're in a simulation, so the thing to do about it isn't programmed into it, so to speak. Because again, there's just so many intelligent people in this reality, and none of us can figure out how to deal with this situation. Isn't that weird? It's like it doesn't add up. It's like it's scripted to be this way. Um, Liberation from the, and we have global communication, and always our truth tellers are still stuck in a sort of low level of mysteriousness. Like it's never like boom, boom, boom. We all came together and exposed evil. Boom, boom, boom. It happened the right way. It just never happens. Like again, it's like, man, our leaders don't even communicate on national television. They play the little war game constantly. It's bizarre to me. Liberation from the Matrix wrote, angels are probably just another type of less dense avatar. It doesn't mean they're good by default. Also, the Anglosphere is maybe related to the fallen angels, angels, since they dominate in this world. I agree, we are consciousness having experiences. It makes sense that everything is a programmation or programmation. I don't really know that word. Programmation of energy out of chaotic awareness with no programming, but we didn't necessarily choose it though. You need prior experiences to be able to tell what you like or not. And even then are those tastes really yours from a prior experience? Um, it's hard to say, liberation. It's hard to say. Um, I just wish we were consciousness having a good experience. One of you commented, I guess I'll say it for the millionth time. What do we do? Yeah, me too, one of you. What the fuck do we do now? I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to that question. He wrote, well, these conversations amongst truthers, in quotes, and then in parentheses, people that somehow can never have a live conversation need to go far beyond the comment section of YouTube. That would be a start, but I know exactly how this plays out. Uh, I don't know if one of you's talking about me. I mean, I'm actually one of the people that's had a conversation with one of you. So I don't know if he's talking about like more popular channels. I'm sure he is. I mean, like if I start having conversations with all the deepest people in the reality, I'm still only doing that with like less than 2,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it doesn't even matter. So I think he means like big channels. I can't do anything about that. Again, if I even start to get close to 2K, it's just going to bump me back down again to 1.2, like over and over again. It's just going to do that over and over again. It's a piece of shit. Liberal. I'll stay at my little 1.3, and they can suck my fucking. Anyways, something. Suck my big toe. Let's keep it PG-13. It's hard. It's actually difficult. Like, yeah, I just didn't grow up in that family, bro. I don't know that way of being. Liberation from the Matrix commented back to one of you. What do you want to do exactly? Also, there's live conversation. It doesn't lead anywhere either because we've been put far away from each other. Yeah, there's tons of conversation. There's tons of discords right now where there's tons of truthers coming together. There's tons. That's where it stays. When if you it doesn't go past that, there's no event that triggers or initiates it. I don't know how to do it. One of you commented back to Liberation from the Matrix. What do I want to do? We'll start with having a conversation with a real thinking person. Chris and have done a call. I think he meant Chris and I have done a call. I have spoken with a few, so I know it's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible, but again, it doesn't really do anything. It's just people talking about their ideas, theories, and what they believe in, and that they can't prove to anybody that's living in their own little fucking world. And I think we become our own little worlds. Like, I think that this may potentially be a training ground for you to become a god. Now, gods may be a lonely existence, or the entities you create in your realities are real people the same way you're real people. They're amalgamations of information collected by the Matrix, so they would behave exactly like real people, right? So even when you create a realm, you're not really alone. You're with a bunch of versions of you. They may not know that they're in your world if you're the god, so there would be an uncurable loneliness, right? But then again, I don't know. I'm a recluse. I'm always in my own world, anyways. Um, I would say, well, it would suck to not be able to plug back into the real reality and connect to people I love. But then again, if I create them and they are the information that they are, that is going to be them. So if I wanted to play, let's say, a video game with my brother Dean, if I create a realm with him sitting on a couch playing a video game, that's going to be him. I mean, maybe it's like that, but because everybody's in their own world, anyways. If you think about it, if there's a creator of this reality that created it for an objective, it's to basically make us in our own worlds anyways, because again, we are not a collective. There's an illusion of collectiveness. We long for it, but we aren't. There's an illusion of that. It's actually to get everybody to be in their own world, and if it's not training us to do that, then there's something artificial going on here. Only Truth wrote back in the same back and forth. He wrote, I've concluded the best thing would be for us to get rich from some sort of stock crypto meme coin. Then we can watch from the skybox for the most part, similar to how the rich people are, except we don't have to worry about business and politics. Um, yeah, I would agree. It would be great to have hella money. If you can get money, good job, guys. Odd One Out wrote, what comes to good and evil, most good in this reality is just here to undo some effects of the evil. At this point, I don't even know what real good looks like. I've got no problem describing real evil, though, ... Amen. Digital Loom wrote, I am so fucking tired of religion and what God is doing to us. I can't stand to work another day and get nothing in return but crumbs. This shit is demonic. I can't handle it anymore. My brain feels so heavy. One sec, guys. Yes, Loom, I am also fucking sick and tired of this bizarre existence and what it forces us to deal with on a daily basis. Animal Cage 002 wrote, they can't fix reality, they can only save it from what they've done. Amen. If this rain picks up, that's going to piss me off. And it sounds like it's picking up. So Ham V wrote, hey guys, hello V, how you doing, love? Animal Cage wrote, hi, back to V. She wrote a smiley face back to him. This back and forth now. And then he wrote Grr. Animal Cage wrote Grr. And then Digital Loom wrote no. Hey I'm V wrote, or Animal Cage wrote clapping hands to Hey I'm V. Liberation from the Matrix wrote, yo buddy. Animal Cage wrote, I only talk to the girls. This isn't charity. What? And then he wrote a heart at V. And then Liberation from the Matrix wrote, okay, Golem, I wasn't even talking to you. Oh, no, is there a drama for me here? AMV wrote to a smiley face saying hi to Liberation. And Animal Cage wrote, this should be good going. I really want to see this. Did somebody delete comment? Why is this not making sense? Anyways, you are nothing to... Okay, what's going on here? Pathetic. Why are you guys talking shit? What happened? I don't get it. Well, I don't know. Somebody's deleting comments because that whole shit didn't even make no fucking sense. But anyways, I'm not into drama. Dead Inside wrote, this short video about Willow chip proof simulation in about a week old. Well, I didn't see this. I will check that out. Thank you, Dead Inside, for the link. Animal Cage wrote boo back to him. This dude Animal Cage is kind of coming off strange. Paul Zhang wrote, hey Chris, why'd you write boo? What was it a bad video or Paul Zhang wrote, hey Chris, telepathy tapes is an interesting direction. Jerry Marzitsky's area of dealing with voices too. Something, yeah, he's obsessed with that MACE method. And it works. According to him, statistically it works. It's one of the only things proven that he's experienced, proven to get rid of people's voices. So I'd say give it a try if you're hearing voices. I'd say everybody give it a try because I think we all hear voices, and I just think they hear voices. They hear the same voices we hear, but they just hear it auditorially. Something artificial prevented me from speaking freely in the past as thoughts come and go. However, now is a moment where I have found peace in my understanding. Excuse me, guys. We are all under influence of spells casted by witches and warlocks. The best way to... This could be true. I'm not saying spells and stuff aren't true. I'm saying, why do we talk about it, though? Because it's not something that any of us actually have experience with. And if you do, again, leave me a comment. And I've been asking for this for about 5 years now. I haven't found one yet. Leave me a comment explaining to me step by step how to cast a spell. I will go and do it. Then, after I do that, I will come back and tell you guys about it. Guys, spells work. I casted the spell. I said abracadabra, whatever. Violets are red or blue, fucking roses are red. I want this dumb motherfucker Biden dead. And then Biden dies. And then I'll be like, yo, guys, it actually fucking worked, you know. I'll tell you guys. Paul Zhang wrote, the best way to rid oneself is from a strong sense of ego and delving into the unconscious to break the link that connects to them. I have tried to lay the foundational framework in my YouTube community section, I think in terms of intersections of archetypal interactions and in terms of frequency amplification in the physical. I think it is practical and guides one towards the right direction in musings. A suggested channel is expanding consciousness about Jungian active. I don't know that channel. Go check that channel out, guys. I think the best thing to do is to learn to detach because these things are great illusionists. They can cast illusions on you. And if they can take the form of a devil and that fears you, then they're going to do that to control you. But if you're detached from devils or religion, we'll say, that's not going to affect you. You're going to see a goofy little chameleon playing his role. You're going to see a child trying to play games with you. Um, if you detach from your fear of death, well, if you're already dead, you shouldn't have a fear of it. If you're still experiencing anything, that fear should be gone immediately. What are they going to fear you with? Oh, we'll torture you. We'll torment you. You can't even kill me. I'm already dead. What could they torment you with? What could they threaten you with to control you? Nathan Mandela wrote, "You're a good brother, Chris, and got a good heart." Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. He wrote, "It's very rare to find brothers like this, with humor but brutal, honest, especially online. Be well, even in hell, heaven to you." Thank you, Nathan. That was a very beautiful comment. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Uh, uh, so it's nice to receive like complimenting comments like that. It really makes you, feel appreciated. Magic Zebra wrote, "You're not a crazy conspiracy theorist, Chris." He wrote that in quotes because sometimes I refer to myself as that because that's how the average NPC would see me. But or you're just playing my role as that crazy conspiracy theorist on my comedy channel. You are a rational-minded critical thinker. Don't forget it. Thank you, Magic Zebra. I don't think I could forget that because I'm a rational-minded critical thinker. I think it's important to move away from the self-defeating terminology this reality has provided for us. Oh, sometimes I speak sarcastically with that terminology. Like, I don't believe what I'm saying when I say that shit. Oh, I'm just a crazy I don't believe I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. You're a self-defeating. This reality has provided for us to use against ourselves. So Magic, do you think that saying stuff matters? And if it does, if I say, "I am a god, I 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 am a god," am I eventually going to be able to move things with my mind? Am I going to be able to teleport to where you live and tap you on the shoulder and be like, "What up, Magic Zebra? How you doing, brother?" Am I going to be able to uh, grow a 10-inch pecker? Am I going, like anything? Am I going to be able to heal people with my mind? Can I walk on water? Can I turn my coffee into wine? Can I fucking whatever? Nothing. Words don't matter. They're just a way to communicate our internal thoughts, I think. And if they do matter, where? Again, if I go up to somebody and say, let's say I walk up to a 10-year-old little chubby girl and I say, "You're an ugly little fat bitch," and she understands what I said, words are going to hurt her. But if she's from Nigeria and doesn't speak English, and I walk up and say, "You're a little fat, ugly bitch," she may look at me and smile. So, yes, words can be hurtful if you get the communication. Other than that, they're just noises. It don't mean nothing. Dead Inside wrote, "This link proves simulation by a new computer chip named Willow." Didn't I already? Oh, let me see. Is that the same video? Google's breakthrough quantum. Okay, did you comment this twice? Did I already go over this? I already opened that tab, but anyways, so Tom Shepard wrote, "When I refreshed the page, my comment disappeared. Maybe because I was promoting my channel." Tom, I hear about this in comments constantly. I see it in comments on tons of true channels. It just, YouTube deletes comments randomly. I don't know why, especially if you try to link your channel, it don't like that. Especially for me. Actually, if I start trying to link my channel, it will shut me off completely from making comments for like 3 months. Anyways, he wrote, "Just reporting that I didn't get unveiled by any evil entity that has been threatening me, telling me that I wouldn't make it past 40. I'm still being tortured and shit, and the attacks have only increased in intensity. What else would you expect from this place?" I don't know, but eventually, Tom, I guess the attacks don't matter to you. If you just keep dealing with it, eventually it cracks you or something happens where you just give up or you just stop giving a fuck. Now, I kind of see this reality as a simulation. It's sort of not something to be taken serious anyways. It's not original reality. It's a creation. It's a simulation. So that kind of helps me to not give a fuck. Sean Slaughter wrote, Christopher Sedaris exposed himself. Laugh out loud. How? Why did I thumbs up that? I thumbs up even people saying some dumb shit. Why? What do you mean? I definitely did not expose myself. If I exposed myself, I would have gotten at least 3 or 4 calls from the local fucking porn promoters. And like, what do you mean I exposed myself? How? Did I? What did I do? Well, I don't know. Again, it's one of those vague, like that's not how did he get 3 thumbs up? Too? He must have thumbs up his own comment on his own on his other accounts. I thumbs up him again because I'm an asshole. I'm gonna thumbs down you, Sean. You get a thumbs down, bro, because you didn't even finish your comment. You said Christopher Sedaris exposed himself. Laugh out loud. That's not the comment though. That's the preface to the comment. You say you're supposed to say, if you're not a fucking NPC AI bot leaving stupid comments that don't make sense, you're supposed to say AI, and I know you're good enough to do this. I talked to ChatGTP. It's really not that complicated. You're supposed to say, Christopher Sedaris exposed himself, fill in the blank. That's where the real comment starts. Because he said he wants to bash somebody's head in, or look, he's evil. You like say something so I can work with you, motherfucker. But if you just say Christopher Sedaris exposed himself, okay, cool story, bro. Like what? PKOSB wrote, yeah, I'd love to try DMT. I have no idea where to get it. Yeah, it's in everything. Am I allowed to link videos on others? Okay, so PK, or never mind. Or wait, yeah. So just not on. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 sec, guys. All right, actually, PK, just instead of me trying to figure out ways to link you this. Okay, I have a video where I could show you exactly how to make it. And that's anybody watching this video. Email me. And my email is jiffypeanutbutter@gmail.com. It's spelled JIFFYPNB@gmail.com. And I'll give you a link to the video I'm talking about. It's a very easy process, actually, to make it. Not easy. I mean, if you don't have any of the materials, like you don't have a face mask, you don't have large glass 5-gallon jars or whatever is needed, the naphtha, whatever, the tree bark, it probably could add up to about, if you don't have any of the stuff, probably $400 or $500 to extract it yourself. I probably would have already did it. Again, I'm just money's kind of tight. I'd love to try DMT. I have no idea. But PK, just email me, or anybody, email me at jiffypnb@gmail.com, and I will give you a link to a video. It's a very quick video. It only takes about 3 minutes to explain it. It's a quick process. And you don't have to use, keep in mind too, you don't have to use the mimosa bark. You can use other types of bark. Mimosa is just a great one. I guess you get a lot out of it. She wrote, I'm having that like breathing thing, bro. I'm having that breathing thing where I feel like I'm out of breath for no reason. This only happens when I make videos. It's weird. It's really weird. I never have that issue anywhere else. She wrote, I'm around a lot of NPCs daily, some family, some friends. It's like I'm living 2 lives. Yeah, me too, PK. I think we all do. Even the most conscious people in the world, they have that like double scripting they have to do, where when they associate with other people, it's like there's no way around it. She wrote, because I have to keep how I really feel to myself unless I'm on social media. No, I don't agree with that. Don't do that. I would say always be brutally honest. If you keep how you feel to yourself, it'll age you, for Christ's sakes. Like, fuck that. Fuck that. These people's feelings getting hurt by your beliefs ain't worth you fucking dying on the inside. Fuck that. I'd say always speak your mind, PK. Fuck what anybody's got to say. They don't even have the intellect to argue with you anyways. She wrote, gotta go. I need to bake some muffins. I could go on and on. Thank you, Chris, for being authentic. I could use some muffins. Actually, I've been craving fucking fudge. Hot fudge, just fudge, man. Michael, I got a horrible. I'm a weirdo when it comes to sweets. I have a horrible sweet tooth. Like she says, baking muffins, and bro, I can smell them. Like for real. I read that and I could smell muffins baking. Then I'm like, I go into consume sugary food mode. I mean, I know I don't look like it, but I fucking did. I got a horrible fucking sweet. I guess if you go based off the grill, maybe not the physique, but if you go based off the grill, maybe I have a fast metabolism or something. I don't know. But Michael Fenn wrote, "What happened to my comments? Laugh out loud. I haven't done meth in 18 years. I was just telling you how it is. I would love to hear how it is, Mike. If you can't, this dude. Okay, everybody watching this, please, from this point forward, if you comment on my channel before you press enter, or even after you press enter, I think you could still highlight your comment. Highlight your comment before you press enter and press Control C or right click copy. Then do your comment. Wait 1 minute, refresh the page. If your comment's missing, do it again. Sometimes they stick a second time or third time. I've tried that myself, trust me. I've gone back later, like a day later, to check, and the comment will still be there. Now, I won't get any thumbs ups on the comment, which outside of I'll thumbs up my own. I don't know why. I feel like when you thumbs up it, it helps it stick. But I'll do that, then no thumbs up. And then, so I wonder if maybe I'm the only one seeing it. Maybe I'm sort of shadow banned to where other people can't see the comment. I don't know. But always save your comments because, and if you can't comment it, email it to me. And in the email, should I make reply to email videos? Would people be, obviously I wouldn't do it without asking the person first, but like I still have to reply to a Shane Gell's email. That's going to be a pretty long video. I'm probably going to do that immediately after this. Hopefully the fucking rain fucks off. This little drizzle's distracting, but I don't know what happens to your comments, Mike. YouTube's a bunch of dick riding ass fuck boys. Hey, I'm V wrote at 9:03 exactly. Nothing new under the sun. No, this shit's been happening literally the same shit we deal with. It's weird. I know it's hard to understand it, but man, when I read shit from ancient, like what would be considered like ancient times, like how are they dealing with the type of shit we're dealing with? Like they didn't even have TV back then or radio or anything. I don't know, but it's weird. How did they even know? Like, were they in a library somewhere getting like the local newsletter or something? Like, how was information? I don't know. I don't understand it. Back in horse and wagon days, just to send a letter to a family member was a fucking life-threatening task for multiple people. Like, no shit. Like, well, anyways, Hey, I'm V wrote at 7:43, laughing faces. I'm glad I made you laugh, my love. I'm glad I make anybody laugh. If I make anybody laugh, that's my warmth in life, for real. That's where I get my fucking true appreciation. I mean, I can get it in the comments, but if I make people laugh, that makes me happy. I've always been this since I was a little kid. Again, the reasons why are always dark, isn't it? Well, why do you have a personality? And then you wonder why a lot of people that have great personalities or people that are comedians are actually extremely depressed. Philosophy Vids wrote, Duke. I agree, Philosophy Vids. That's about what I'm experiencing on a daily basis. That inside, I can't talk shit. Again, my daily experience is kind of shitty, but it's not so bad I can't deal with it. Like, I can deal with it. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm definitely not enjoying my existence. It's not like a great, amazing. Anyways, Dead Inside wrote, which beach and when? Oh, Dead Inside. And that sounds like a comment somebody would leave if they were dead inside. Like he's talking about. Well, hey, Dead, I'll tell you what, bro. I'm almost at that point, to be honest. He's talking about me saying we should all just go to a beach and fucking protest by letting the avatar kill itself because then the blood's not on our hands. We chose to be better than this reality. And he's saying which beach and when. He's ready to go. I don't know yet. And it got 10 thumbs up. So. There's quite a few people out there with long chairs ready to buy a plane ticket to Florida. Well, it'll probably be one near me, dude. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Now, that's selfish. I'll buy a plane ticket. You guys choose. I mean, well, if we come to that decision, Dead, I guarantee you're going to hear about it, brother. But Fucking nose hairs. Please don't start itching nose hairs. Let me finish this godforsaken video. How's it godforsaken? I don't know. We're talking about reality. Or we're trying to, at least, I'll say. I'm sorry. Tom Shepard. I'm sorry. Some shit catches me funny, bro. Tom Shepard wrote, I think you're the only one who knows what's really going on. Nobody says things like, in quotes, if there's is a God above God, he's a piece of shit too. It sounds like something I would say. He wrote, and it's the most obvious thing you can observe. Well, one of the only ones, but you may be the only one admitting that we could be completely fucked. No, bro, Tom, you don't understand. I'm not admitting we're completely fucked. Well, I mean, I guess I am. I'm acknowledging that we're completely fucked because we are completely fucked. But I'm acknowledging that shit. Like, oh, we're in a hell realm where we suffer constantly, and people are so depressed that the suicide rate's this high every year. We lose this many people, and there's 1/3 the population of fucking psych meds, and it's just like, God, this place is fucking evil, bro. There's a dark hell realm, and there's war and the threat of war and weird pesticides and weird fucking poisonings and sprayings and weird chemicals in food and weird frequencies and weird technologies being used against us and evil blue lights rotting our brains and it's just like this hell torture chamber. This reality is a hell torture chamber. And while this is all happening, while you're threatened and scared and threatened from every single angle, get up and go to work, motherfucker, because you got to earn a living. Like, what kind of hell realm did we find ourselves in? What kind of demonic God would have created a bizarre reality like this? It's stupid. It's stupid. I hope that shit doesn't still. It almost aroused my old emotions talking about it and acting it out and becoming animated. It almost aroused those. I hated those. I hate those old emotions, allowing this reality to affect me. This reality is disgusting. Anyways, Hammy, don't allow the that's what the Matrix does. That's all it's doing. It's trying to drive you insane and arouse that in you. It's a demon machine. What we all should do is fucking come together. It doesn't take that much money to buy land and buy land somewhere. Again, we're stuck. We may be stuck in America or some other. I would say let's go to a country where the food's not fucking poisoned. And I don't care where we go, but go somewhere, buy fucking land. It's only going to take a few $100,000. I mean, there's got to be some people out there that got decent jobs. I mean, I personally know a few people that got a net worth well over a few $100,000. So it's not that difficult. And again, I'm not in a financial position. If I was, I would have did the shit. If I was, I would have did the shit. You'd already be hearing about the shit I'm growing on the farm. But I think we need to come together, grow our own food, and that's the closest we could get to freedom while we're in the Dookie Boy realm. Still maintain an internet connection, still be the people that speak truth in this reality from our little farm, like not break off from doing our duty. Han V wrote, why do I feel like this is my duty? Did I just watch too many Disney movies where the hero has to save the day? Like, what happened in my developing 0 to 7 age years? Yeah, I'll always be the good guy, and then I'll get the hot girlfriend. But in actual reality, you're the good guy, and you get fucking shit on, and you don't get the hot girlfriend when you're the good guy. Han B wrote, guys, I found someone at work who knows about remote viewing, the Moreau Institute, and the telepathy tapes. I'm shocked. So exciting. She's still very much asleep, but at least she's interested in this stuff. That's awesome, V. I'm glad you found someone. See, V, you should have taken... Oh, and then she commented to herself saying, hope this isn't yet another Matrix trap. No, I'm super happy for you. That's not a trap. To find somebody like that's amazing. I hope you found somebody, love. I hope that they don't become a weirdo or the Matrix doesn't possess them or you. You got to be careful, too, because they're awake. The Matrix may try to possess you to affect her in a negative way. Him or her, whatever it is. But be wary of that. Make sure that they're wary of that. But yeah, I'm glad you found somebody like that. my approach was to just make YouTube channels and fucking force all my fucking coworkers to understand all the things that I'm into. If they didn't know what I was into before, they do now. I don't know how many of my coworkers, but all the coworkers I've had are pretty open-minded. They may not agree with me. They may, like, some of them may still be Christian. Some of them may still be whatever, but they're all open-minded. I've never had anybody be like uh, mean or nasty to me about my beliefs. Tom Shepard wrote, "Thank you for your responses. I think that's cool how you respond in video form." You're welcome, Tom. That's no problem. He wrote, "Not a lot of people do that. It shows how much you care." I thought, well, people do that. I guess they just do it on lives. Um, Again, I would love to do lives, but unfortunately, my current living situation just doesn't allow for that. If my living situation changes, and it could change in a week from now. But if it changes, I may start doing lives. But in lives, people do it, I guess, right? They just read the comments. So that technically you're replying to comments. I would also like to do call-ins, like call-ins with people and talk to people. I think that would be amazing. He wrote, "I'm under Archonic attack and I've been threatened with death. I was told by a voice in my head that I won't make it past 40. I see the number 40 many times every day, along with the number 117, 1/17 is the day before my birthday. Oh, well, I also see 118. I also see, I see 116, 117, 118. And I wonder sometimes, is it because it's the next minute up or the minute before? But I see those three a lot. 109, 144. There's a lot of weird ones that aren't the date of my birth and aren't the common ones like 222, 333. There's a lot of weird ones. And 117 is one of the most popular ones. 17 is just, that number is everywhere. That number is literally everywhere. I see it. I see that a trillion times a day. It was 17 minutes. It was 17 hours left. They did it at the 17-minute mark. 1,700 people died. There were $1,700 missing out of the safe. 17, 17, 17, 17. I just see 17 a trillion fucking times a day. But that one you can say is the most popular. That's like the new 666 is 17. He's the one in control of this reality now. It's number 17. Here, if I don't make it, I want you to know I really appreciated all of you brave souls that are here taking a stand against this great evil. Man, it's good to hear a good heart speak. He wrote, "You are all the most beautiful thing in this insane place." Thank you, Tom. You're pretty amazing yourself, brother. He wrote, "Edit looks like I didn't get snuffed out. I made it to 41. Still getting tortured though." Well, I'm glad they didn't. Well, am I glad? I don't know. If I say that, I'm kind of being evil. I'm glad they didn't kill you, Tom. Welcome back to suffering, motherfucker. Well, I guess I'm kind of glad we're still here together. You didn't go. There's still one more beautiful soul still floating around out there in this bizarre twilight zone. It'd be nice if people were kind like you are more often in comments, Tom. I wish I could see that more often. And I don't just mean for me. I'm not a selfish person. I just mean in general. People being loving and kind and sweet. What is everybody's just nasty and attacking? And it's like, man, how do you guys expect to bring love into this reality if you're so nasty and negative? And I'm one to talk shit, right? Like I can get pretty nasty and negative. Then again, I think I'm the purest form of an actual truther. You kind of have to get that way. It's a harsh truth. It is a sort of, you can't handle the truth. It is, you got to be a military minded type of motherfucker to deal with the real truth. I don't know why it's that way. I'm not the god of this realm. I'm just reporting in from his bizarre creation. But anyways, what is life 007 wrote, "I want a world where there's a higher pleasure than sex. Sex comes with bullshit a lot of times and can have bad consequences. Sex is a yeah, it can come with a lot of interesting things." He wrote, "I'd give it up to have a realm without it where we're happy like when we were kids." Actually, this comment sort of proves my theory that once the bots are real enough where they look real and they can answer any question you won't even need internet anymore because this Android is just like, okay, Android, how do I cook? I downloaded it. She chops it, cooks up the best meal like a chef. Hey, Android, what is three? She already calculated. She's already building the deck out front. Once they're lifelike, once the androids are lifelike, sex is going to you're going to be able to order a Stacy Dash android with a shelf ass and whatever size titties. I mean, titties look, they're all right. I mean, again, they don't age well all the time, but I'm a booty guy myself. But anyways, man, I don't know how I'd order my doll, but she'd be my doll, and you wouldn't have to deal with none of the shit he's talking about. He wrote, when we were naive to all this, I don't like a lot about being an adult. Yeah, being an adult fucking sucks. If we were homesteading, again, if we were homesteading and we were like farming and enjoying each other's presence and conversation, uh, and just living off the land, I think life could be close to something beautiful. But this place is so completely contaminated by the mind virus at this point. It's like, even if you get off the grid, you're still on the Dookie Boy world. You're still in the Dookie Boy land where these demons could show up with, who knows at this point. They probably don't even need to show up with the papers or the deeds to arrest you and make your life miserable. Nowadays, they probably just fly a drone over and spray some fucking permanent sleep dust, and everybody on the fucking camp takes a fucking permanent dirt nap. At this point, who knows? Who knows how dark the fucking demon realm is and how dark it can get and blah blah blah. But I'd say we should make some sort of attempt at making life beautiful instead of just sitting here talking about it on YouTube or on comments. Like, we need to organize, like all of us like-minded people. And what does that group look like? If I say us like-minded people, does that include people that watch Joe Rogan? Does that include people that watch what's that other dude that's like, I know his nickname's Big Bear. He's like some big giant tall. He's like 6 foot. He's like a funny. I can't remember his name. I mean, does that include that crowd? Does that include Owen Benjamin? Does that include the Owen Benjamin crowd? Does that include people that watch Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro? Or does that include super liberals? What is our crowd actually look like? What are their traits? You know what I'm saying? And who am I to dictate who would show up? You know what I'm saying? Who am I going to take the role of leader to say who's has peace and harmony in their hearts, who can stay and who can go? I think it would be a group thing. Obviously, it's weird because a group thing is the best. A group vote is the best thing. We're presented that, a version of that, but it's a 4-year lock-in. You vote. We should vote daily if we think our president's a good man or whatever, good man or woman. We should vote daily. We should always have the vote. We vote in these demons, and then they vote a bunch of shit. They vote this $2 trillion going to this over here to this Iraqis to teach them transgenderism and all this shit. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? No, fuck you, motherfucker. What the fuck? We're going to send this trillion into this agency so that they can go and send you some more CG pictures and land on false rocks out in the sky and blah, blah, blah. And they'll milk you from that direction. And then we'll milk you over here and milk you over there. You're all just a dumb farm. Ha ha ha. And when you all get sick, we'll send you to the assistant, the farm assist. Right? Isn't that where you go when you're sick as a sick fucking cow on this farm? You go to the pharmacist, and you take your pills. P-ill. Ill. Let's make sure that it eats a good meal. Me ill? A good meal? Me ill. Let's set this thing's diet up. Diet? The word wizardry gets weird. Actually, somebody said, wow, dude, when you said that, it really like, what was it? It was I may have already covered that comment in another comment reply video, but they said, when you said that, it really like jogged my mind. Like, whoa, there's like, even the language is kind of dark and evil. Like, yeah, dude, it gets weird too. What is life? Don't I have a word? Go check out my word wizardry video if you haven't already. It's interesting. I'm almost out of time again. Did I finish this? Yeah. He said, I don't like, I'm not a fan of being an adult either. It sucks. Being a human kind of sucks, but at least as a human kid in ignorance, it was more beautiful. If we could have stayed in a childlike existence where everything was taken care of and we could just go to school, in quotes, well, no, school would be where you go. School would be a collective of minds that teach stuff. And if you don't like a class, you don't have to take it. Because over there is the violin class that you can take. Go over there and hang out with those people and play the violin. That's what school should be, where humans just come together to meet like minded people. That's what school should be. But no, in this reality, school's this weird prison system thing. I don't like being an adult either. If we stayed in a childlike way of living, life would have been beautiful, but it got contaminated by the mind virus. What is Life 007 wrote, I'd like to see you and Matt from Quantum of Conscious collab. You two are the sanest truthers on the web. Thank you, What is Life? I agree with that. I just don't agree with Matt saying there's no way this is a soul trap. Don't be scared when you leave this place. That's silly and blah, blah, blah. He could be right, but I don't think it's good to say that. I still think it's safe for souls to say, be careful and weary if you leave this place, man. Let's look into what happens to people that leave this place. Let's take it serious. Like, you shouldn't stop there. Like, I feel like he's misleading people by saying that this place is a soul trap now. I tried to actually. I I was in Pennsylvania for about 2 weeks, and in McKinleyville or Kinleyville or some shit like that, Kinleyville or something like that. Or no, his name's McKinley. What was it? Somethingville, something Kinleyville or some shit like that. But I ended up texting him, emailing him. He ended up getting back to me. He was nice enough to reply, but he was like, "No, I'm not interested in that." And you say, "Oh, look, guys, Matt's a shill." You don't know why he doesn't want to talk. I do know why he doesn't want to talk to people, actually. Let's say that. I do know why he wouldn't be interested in talking to some random crazy motherfucker offline. Because there's a lot of random crazy motherfuckers online. And maybe it ain't even that deep. Maybe the dude's house smells like cat piss and he don't want to clean that day. I don't know. Maybe it ain't as, oh, he must be a lizard. But I'm not yelling at you, What is Life? I would have loved to have collabed with him. I would have thought it would have been cool to sit next to him and just have a conversation like I'm doing with you guys, without it getting weird or emotional. Just a calm, because he seems like a very calm guy. He seems like a very calm, peaceful type of guy. I thought I could have had a normal conversation with him, but I don't choose how life works out, right? I can do the best that I can to make it happen. But if it don't work out, it don't work out. What is Life 007 wrote, the Mandela effect bugs me out. I remember Chick-fil-A and J.C. Penney and Luke, I Am Your Father. I remember all those ones too. What is Life? It was CHIC, just how you spelled it. It was not CHICK. That's kind of what made it stick out. Actually, the mall I used to hang out at when I was in my teenage years. Actually, there was about a year there where I was kind of a mall rat, but I loved that year of my life. It was fun. It was a crowd of us, man. It was just all these actually, it was a bunch of skaters and headbangers, and I mean, there was you could say hip hop cultured kids in there too, but it was a lot of headbangers and skaters and shit. They were all just hang out at the mall, and we would just hang out and do drugs and have a good time. But it was Countryside Mall, and they had a Chick-fil-A in there, and there was a J.C. Penney right down the road from me growing up. On the way to where I would go all the time, there was a dollar theater down the road from me, and there was I would always see J.C. Penney right on the way, biggest on the street store, you could say, and I would see it every day, and it was spelled penny, like you fucking spelled it, but now it's Penne. It's like, what the fuck? How? These aren't things that I kind of remember. You know what I'm saying? And people say that I already proved that argument that, it's just collective bad memories, that makes no sense. That happens nowhere else in life but the Mandela effect. And the Mandela effect just popped up like 10 years ago. Liston wrote, the peephole word wizardry just... Oh, here's the comment. I was saying, the peephole... Oh, when I said people, that's what it was. The peephole word wizardry just slapped me in the face. It's been a long year in growth for my consciousness, and that clicked with something. Yeah, dude, Wisdom, go check out my word wizardry. It gets weird. I love talking about that shit because it makes people's minds think. But there's a lot of patterns. There's a lot of letters added on to words, and these letters I think have meaning. I think E is for energy. I'm kind of because we are referred to a lot as E. So I thought E meant soul for a while, but I was like, now the more I see it, it actually refers to energy. And then there is an S as well. That's always well. I'll get into it. I'm trying to figure it all out, but it's very complicated. It's literally like you have to be able to see. Oh, I got to start this over. You have to be able to see patterns. One sec, guys. So yeah, guys, we're gonna have this fucking tippity tap this whole video, I guess, but it's all good. Only truth wrote, it's in quotes, it's almost like there's this universal entity there to just throw wrenches in their situation. He wrote, "Thank you for summing it up perfectly. It feels like a prank." Yes, it does. Only truth. Chaos erupts everywhere. For things to not be chaotic or work out is extremely fucking rare in this reality. Whiston wrote, "Problem, react, solution, micro of the macro." Amen. Plautus wrote, "Racism doesn't exist, at least not in the sense it's used nowadays." Uh, I think evil exists. And if somebody's evil, they're probably also prone to being nasty in other ways, like racist or sexist or whatever, whatever, whatever ist. Who cares? I would say don't associate with people like that and let them have a lonely fucking death. How about that? How about when you run into a nasty person or a racist person or whatever type of person that annoys you, you disown them and don't associate with them. And then if you do that, and then the next person does that, and the next person does that, and everybody just leaves nasty people by themselves, what happens to the nasty motherfuckers? They end up with a lonely existence, which is what they deserve. It's us not doing that that makes us idiots. It's actually not them being idiots. Well, they are being idiots, but they're doing what they're always going to do. Fuck them. It's actually us for being giving them so much goddamn leeway to be nasty upon us. Fuck them. Uh, Shanghai Thunder wrote, "When it comes to doing something like everyone not working for the next 10 days, you can't really wait for others to agree. Millions of people know that things would change pretty quickly if they did that, but they're too busy waiting for other people to do it. So it never actually happens." Yeah, I don't know. This is why what we call the Illuminati need every loud voice in the realm to either be a part of their plan or a complete puppet that doesn't have a fucking opinion. Because if a loud voice, like let's say a Tupac said, "We all need to come together" during the prime of his career, I always use him as an example. I just can't. You could say nowadays it would be a who is popular now? I don't know. Justin Bieber or I know what the girl looks like, but I can't remember her fucking name. Anyways, she looks like the damn. She looks like the daughter of the Church of Satan uh, founder or whatever. Anton LaVey's daughter. She looks like her, but I can't remember her name. But I know she looks like. I know she's super popular. Katy Perry, or no, not Katy Perry. Anyways, who gives a fuck? What was I talking about here? Yeah. It would take a large voice in the whoever's the most pop. You could say like again, I'm not good with names. I can picture the motherfucker I'm thinking about. Lil Uzi Vert, I guess. Is he the most popular? Or Drake, I guess you could say Drake. There we go. Jesus. Freaking Criminy Crickets. I'm not into any of this new shit, to be honest with you. So it's hard to. Actually, I was thinking the other day, if I did do a rap, it would sound probably very 90s ish because I don't rap like these fucking new, fucking weird ass. Anyways. Uh, uh, But anyways, he wrote, "The role would quickly change if they did that, but everyone's too busy waiting for other people to do it, so it never happens. You just kind of have to do it yourself and then say you did it and risk others not doing it themselves, or else it never gets done. And you can't sit around thinking about what the NPCs will or won't do. All you can control is yourself." Uh, he's right. He's right. I guess Shengel, what I long for is peace and harmony on a large scale, and I guess that's just never going to happen. I don't know. But Shengel also commented, "Plagued in quotes with a laughing face, he wrote, "Yes, the algorithm hates me. Because I said, dude, you're fucking plagued. Every time you leave a video, it ends up getting deleted by YouTube." He wrote, "Yes, the algorithm hates me. I told my friend that I would, so I guess I should be obligated to go over that fucking email. I will. I'll go over it after this video. Actually, I'm going to wrap it up after these next few comments, and then I'm going to go ahead and cover Shingel's email. He already agreed that I could go over it. So he wrote, "I told my friend that I would do my damnedest to somewhat censor myself in order to not get every future video taken down, but I can't promise anything. I speak about what I speak about the way I speak about it, and they hate me for it. So it is what it is." Yeah, that's kind of how I am, Shingo. Well, I probably bite my lip a little bit on some shit, but I definitely get I don't like conforming. And that's probably why I'm all shadow banned and all this. Man, fuck those motherfuckers, bro. Anyways, Shingo also commented, "New Age philosophy is Stockholm syndrome on a cosmic scale." That's actually a great way to put it. I'm going to steal that from you. New Age philosophy is Stockholm syndrome on a cosmic scale. That's actually a great way to put it. Shanghai Thunder commented, "Higher levels of consciousness do not equal more love or goodness, laugh out loud, just a higher state of awareness." Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I guess that might be true. My assumption is that the higher a consciousness, that's actually not true, though. Actually, some of the people with the highest level of conscious are the most evil fucking people in the reality. Like, that don't always, and to be honest, I can almost understand their point of view. I can argue their point of view. I could easily argue their point of view. Look at this useless farm. It never progresses. I may as well take advantage of these fucking low-level meat monkeys. They're never going to progress past this fucking suffering, bizarre state. I may as well take advantage of them. It's all a hell realm anyways. I may as well get as much money as I can for me and my own. Fuck all these motherfuckers. They're all a bunch of narcissists anyways. You want me to prove it? Here, I'll let you become a multimillionaire. Watch everybody in your whole family turn on you and become about money all of a sudden. And now they start acting weird, like dependent on you and like leeches to a degree, where all of a sudden they feel obligated to your bank account. They feel obligated to your money. Let me show you how fucking nasty people can be. Let me give you a bunch of money and show you some rich people problems. Yeah, life gets dark even when you're rich too. Believe it. Joshua S. 1117 wrote, "The fucking God number, baby." I don't know what it means. I don't know, why do we see that? What does that mean? Like, seriously, can anybody? Nobody. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Why do we see synchronicities? Like, what happened to our mind that all of a sudden, like boom, like we just see them constantly and like line up in life events? What does that mean? Like, this place is really a simulation, bro. I mean, I don't know. Like, it has showed me that multiple times now that this reality is simulated. Reality is scripted. It's simulated. Now, I don't know if it's technology that's making it happen that way, or if that's just the realm we're in. It's a fucking shitty scripted simulation. Anyways, Joshua S. wrote, "Hey Chris, unfortunately the live stream was not saved due to my free account with SteamYard. It was only saved on YouTube, then they censored it." Motherfuckers, bro. He wrote, "It really pisses me off and shows how little freedom we actually have when it comes to talking online. They will make it harder and harder to communicate these ideas as time goes on." Yeah, that's if anything actually does get close to arousing anger in me, it's um, people having power over me and then taking advantage of it, bro. It's like from a distance too. That just makes it even worse. It's like, ooh, so pathetic, bro. Like, I would fucking break your guys' jaws in person. All you little YouTube censoring fucking algorithm promoting little fucking demons. I would smash you fucking people up. Anyway, Shingo commented back to Joshua. He wrote, "Sounds like something should be done about these people and their fucking algorithms. Just saying." Yeah, I agree. Fuck these motherfuckers. I hope they're fucking, anyways, no, Chris, don't hope anything bad. Why? Why? Look what they do to us. Don't wish negativity. Fuck them. I do wish negativity. I want them, all of them, their hearts to stop. I want evil to die in my realm. I want evil. And I'm not talking about, man, oh, but this guy's kind of weird, he jerks off, or oh, this guy's, he's interested in the same sex, or oh, this guy's like, man, I don't care about some bullshit. I'm not talking about uh, uh, consensual sex. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about somebody that takes advantage of humanity, somebody that poisons humanity, and they know they're doing it. They know they're evil. Not if they're ignorant and unconscious and they think they're being a good guy and they're just being played by the system. If they know they're being evil, I want their fucking heart to stop now. Fuck them. I do wish harm upon demonic, nasty, negative entities. Absolutely, I do. And if you don't, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, let's wish good upon them. They have no good inside of them. Plus, we've been doing that long enough. Maybe my approach is the right one, you fucking idiots. Anyways, I'm going to cover this last one. Cassandra of Troy wrote, the number of thumbs up moves every 4 to 5 seconds, but the number has been the same since 26 for an hour now. It's really weird. The algorithm is working against you, Chris. Oh, I know, Cassandra. Like I said, love, my subscribers, I even made videos. I was responding to I made a 1.7 video when I was at 1.7 thousand and it was going up. It was going up. And people actually weren't sharing my videos, but quite a few had shared my videos by that point. And I was like, man, where was the influx of people? Because there was a time where my videos got shared like 10 times in like 2 months. I was super grateful. I was like, wow, dude, people are really showing appreciation for my videos. And but it was like a delay, but the influx came, and all of a sudden, man, my subscribers started going up, I almost got to 2,000. I was waiting for it. I was getting ready to make a video and be like, yeah, baby, we're at 2 fucking K. That means, 2 guns up. I was gonna flex, but I got up the next day and I had 1.2 K, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck happened? I was heartbroken. It's like, man, that ain't cool. What the fuck? What am I working for? Anyways, like Whiston wrote, corny, but my numbers are 144 and 143. I see 1-4 all forever. Yeah, Whiston, I think we're in a simulation, dude. I think it's showing us that we're simulated little entities. I mean, I don't know what that means. Do you have any idea what that means, dude? I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'll probably go this one until 30 minutes. The truth is, I'm out of coffee. That's fucking sitting here talking when the dry mouth sucks. I'll probably just pause it, actually. Wish also commented, life is beautiful, amazingly complex and marvelous, just not when you're living it. Okay, that came to like an abrupt end. I don't know. I'm telling you guys, some things catch me funny, bro. That one caught me funny, bro. Human, animal, insect kingdoms, etc. He also commented, or conscious OF. What's OF? Of course, or conscious O fucker. I don't know what OF is. Conscious as, oh no, that would be AF. I don't know what that is, but PK commented, I'd like to explain better about the one time I was able to lucid dream. I can remember losing sleep because I was having nightmares every night. I was about 9 or 10. Night after night, as soon as I went to sleep, these monsters would show up chasing me. It was so realistic. After a week or more of this mess, I remember thinking, if I only knew I was dreaming, I could make the monsters go away. Not for me, PK. The second that, and actually, it wasn't just me. You want to hear something weird? Me and my brother Tom had the same nightmare, and me and my brother Dean had the same nightmare. Both of us had the same nightmare. There are a few little differences in mine. Okay, so I had a nightmare when I was a child, that I was laying on a stone slab. I've got it highlighted so I didn't lose your place in the comment, love. But I had a nightmare where I was on a stone slab laying on my back. I can't remember if I was naked or if I had on shorts, but my upper body was exposed and my hands were to my side and I was paralyzed. And I don't know if I was paralyzed by fear, but in my paralyzed state, my mother was tickling my stomach and chest, and she was saying, laugh, mon amour, laugh. Just laugh, mon amour. But I knew that the second I laughed, also in this room were all a bunch of what I would have called at the time demons, just monstrous creatures. They looked kind of like, If you've ever seen the movie Dusk Till Dawn, they look like those vampire ladies, kind of like they all look like that. So demons, you could say aliens, I don't know. They look grotesque, and they were all sort of hovering around me, drooling, waiting for me to start laughing so they could devour me. And I had this nightmare. And not only did I was I terrified, knowing the second I laugh, I'm dead. These things are going to destroy me. I also felt the ultimate betrayal. I mean, you got to keep in mind, I was a mama's boy because my father was abusive. So the one person in my life that would have brought me some sense of comfort was the one doing this to me. I mean, when you talk about if our nightmares as children were projected onto us, and what I'm talking about now sort of proves this theory, especially if demons stay attached to people, if demons stay local to people, if demons do the same things to the same families. Why did we have the same nightmares like this? But I felt ultimate betrayal because it was my mother doing this. Laugh, mon amour, laugh. And I was struggling not to laugh because I was being tickled to death. My brother Dean had the exact same nightmare, but he saw aliens standing around his concrete slab. I saw what were demons. He said his were obviously aliens, like they had big heads, black eyes. Um, Me and my brother Tom had the exact same nightmare. And when I tell you the details in it are so bizarre that the odds of it being a random nightmare are just, it was almost like this created scenario that some entity projected onto him and then projected onto me. It used the same person in the scenario that was in our lives together in the same way. It used the same grotesque creature to attack us in the nightmare. It was this like giant rotting fucking like raven bird creature with no eyes, and its guts were hanging. It was just, now that I think about it, I don't know how these things were created in this nightmare. How I had the visual. I mean, now I think about it, the guts looked weird, but I still seen the guts though. How did I know what the guts looked like? But the guts were like, they were hanging out, and they were, when I say they looked weird, it looked like they were covered in black tar or paint. They were just covered in black ooze, like it was pure rotten. And this giant fucking raven, its head was the size of a fucking large SUV, you could say, or not SUV, RV. I mean, it was huge, and its head was, it was like trying to fucking smash to kill me, and I'm running from it, and I'm just missing its head, and its head's the size of a fucking, like I said, huge, and boom, its beak's literally going into the fucking dirt and getting stuck, and it's stuck in the dirt, and it's fucking fighting to get out, and I'm getting like just enough feet to get away, and it would fucking come out and start running at me again. It ended up chasing me into this fucking like black, dark looking mansion that was, it looked like Gothic. Now I think about it, how did I know about that? Anyways, a lot of this shit, it was all black and it was all Gothic looking, and it was all, there was blood and gore and nastiness everywhere. And I ended up going into the center of this room, and my yaya, who I would call out to save me in my fucking nightmares, was sitting in this throne looking thing, all Gothic, like everything had spikes and it was all dark. And actually, I mean, look back, if you would have cleaned all the nastiness out of there, it would have been a beautiful mansion. Very, I mean, every inch of it was intricate, but like there were dark chandeliers. I mean, it was beautiful outside, all the nastiness that was happening. Uh, but my yaya was sitting there, and she was in the process of rotting, and her cheek was sort of, and keep in mind, guys, I'm having this nightmare. I'm 6 years old, having this nightmare, maybe 7. Uh, Her cheek was hanging off, and it was jiggling, and she was sort of twitching and moving weird. But I stayed walking towards her because, well, it was my yaya. Like I kind of like needed her to help me, but I was definitely conflicted, and I could see as I was like coming near her, that she was just, there was something wrong. Like it wasn't her. I think her eyes were totally black. But she was all rotted and her face was all messed up. And she said, "Elado manamu" to me, which means come here, pretty much like my son. I don't really know what manamu means. It's like my boy, my son, my child, I guess. I don't manamu, but elado means come here. She said elado manamu, and I just, as I got closer, I could see, and there was like tar pouring out of her guts, like the black tar looking stuff coming out of her cheeks. Just, it was, I mean, I could hear all the sound effects of it wiggling, everything. And my brother Tom had this exact same nightmare, like, but which is bizarre. How is that even possible? That's not possible. He explained like how the beginning area was very like desert, like desolate, dead land, like almost like not white sand, but like beige sand type of just dead ass looking, sort of grayish sand, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain it, but desolate. And he explained that. He explained the mansion, my yaya having the rotten face, everything. The raven, the big giant crow. I said crow, but when he was explaining to me, I said, and it was a giant crow attacking me. And he said, oh, in mine it was like a raven. I was like, well, yeah, I guess that makes more sense. But again, I'm a kid. I didn't know, but when I realized what a raven, yeah, it was a raven. It was a big giant fucking raven. It was rotting. It had no eyes, or one of its eyes were hanging out or rotten or something. But one of its eyes was just like this hole. It just, and no, I think they were both holes, because I remember wondering as I was running from it. I remember thinking, how can it see me? Because it didn't have eyes. I remember thinking that, how does it see me? But it was coming to me. It chased me all the ways to this fucking mansion, and I ended up go. Anyways, just me and my brother Dean had one, and me and my brother Tom had one. How the fuck is that possible? That we have the same shared nightmare? That complex. Same desolate environment? No, it could have been grass. It could have been a jungle. It could have been rivers and ravines. It could have been mountains. It could have been snow. It could have been a million other things. Same raven. It could have been an elephant. It could have been a gorilla chasing him. It could have been a rotten. It could have been a rotten carrot chasing him in a dream. But the same, man, that's impossible. Well, anyways, but uh, she wrote, it took a few nights, but I finally did it. As soon as I went to sleep, the monsters were coming, but I knew I was dreaming. Bam, those monsters disappeared. I can remember thinking, hey, I'm in a dream. I'm going to try to fly. So I started running, flapping my arms like a bird, but laugh out loud, but true. I started flying. One sec, guys. Hey guys, this is a different time, actually totally different day. I'm just wrapping up the comment reply video. I'm gonna do the follow up to that one. This one's going to be my reply to Shengel's email. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, and I'll catch you guys on that next video.